I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. I want to call the Hartsville Trailside County Board of Zoning Appeals to order. The first roll call, Miss Freddie, Mr. Moreland. Dwight couldn't be with us tonight, and everyone please keep Miss Linville in your prayers. Her mother-in-law is in the funeral home. So, okay. If you'll look in your packet, we got the minutes from the May 20th, 2022. If I get a motion to approve them after you look over. I got a motion to approve. Second by Mr. Moreland. Motion carried. Okay. Is there, we also got the agenda in front of you. Look over it, and if there's any concerns, if not, motion to approve the agenda for tonight. Motion was approved by Mr. Moreland. Second by Ms. Freddie. The agenda is approved. So tonight we got a request for A1 side setback variance request to 20 feet by Mrs. Goodan.
Yes. All right, so Ms. Goodan is requesting a setback variance for A1 to 20 versus the 40 on Beezus Bend. Y'all have been provided a plat that shows the request that is being presented, and it shows the proposed side setback. If you look on there, you'll see there's actually a proposal on here for a 25, which will allow the house to fit in the location that's being requested on this site plan. On the prior meeting, Mr. Jewell stated to Ms. Goodan that she would be required to bring a plat back that would show in detail exactly what she is requesting. Unfortunately, a vote was made at that time, which made Ms. Goodan have to wait a year after the meeting to bring this back. Now that it's back in front of y'all, Ms. Goodan has provided the plat that was requested, so that there was detailed info on exactly what's being requested. The requested side setback is an allowed use in that zoning based on certain conditions. Those conditions aren't necessarily met. That's why we're asking for a variance to this property. So if we can have Ms. Keelan elaborate on this topic.
Sure. So I've included in your packets today just some information. So like Sam said, this is for a property that is zoned A1, which typically requires a 40-foot side setback. They're proposing a 20-foot, or it looks like on this plat, it's labeled as 25. just some context, the surrounding properties are zoned commercial as well as agricultural. The road that it is on is considered a local road. There's also some information about the A1 zoning district there, which includes those minimum yard requirements. So that 40-foot side setback, 75 in the front and 60 in the rear, which is all met by the proposed plat. Also some details on accessory structures and where they're allowed. And then I've also included the section on the powers of the Board of Zoning Appeals on the power to grant variances. Sorry. So there are certain criteria that have to be met when the BZA grants a variance. Essentially, boiled down, what they are is that it has to be something that is particular just to this lot. It has to be something that it's the least variance to achieve what they're asking for, and it can't have a negative effect on their neighbors, light and air and those sorts of things. So for this one in particular, I think the issue that was presented last time and the reasoning for the denial last time was that it was not able to properly or sufficiently provide a reason why this was why not granting this variance prevents the use of this property to its highest and best use. And so that is something I would definitely would like to hear from the applicant, some of the reasoning behind this. That would clear things up.
Would you mind?
Can you hear? Oh, there we go. Much louder. There we go. So basically, like Sam had said, I came here a year ago and was obviously not prepared. I was prepared to answer questions, but I didn't have any of the the plats or anything like that to show exactly what we're doing. So basically, the front of the property only perked at 4 bedrooms, and we're a family of 6, so we need 5 bedrooms. So I hired a soil scientist, Jay Andrews, here in the area, and he kind of just went around the property and just found where the soil was the best to perk for 5 bedrooms, and that's basically where we're at, is where I want to build the house. If you could see on the picture, I know the picture is kind of fuzzy, but there's a 100-year flood zone, which is not far from where we're building the house, but it is on a hill. The house will be on a hill. So right down at that hill is where the flood zone is. So we really don't have much room, an area, and next to it is the woods. So there's really nowhere else to build it that would perk for the 5 bedrooms. And so that's why we're asking for the variance. It's just really narrow, super narrow.
No, I don't have any more
Okay.
questions.
I know at the last meeting, it was discussed, I think in great detail about how narrow the lots are and the size of housing that is going down there. I got the impression that everybody understood that. The issue that I particularly remember from the meeting was that there wasn't a detailed plan that was provided for and an exact location of where the house is going to be located and why it needed to be located there. So that's why Ms. Gadan has come forward with this this plat. As I mentioned earlier, under the A1 zoning district for the county, with public water and fire protection, front yard setbacks are allowed to be 60, sides are 20, and rears are 35. The issue with this one not meeting that is it doesn't have fire protection at the street. So it does not meet those conditions. So that's why a side setback variance is being requested to allow it to use the 20-foot setback on the side.
What's your recommendation on this?
I don't particularly see any issue with it, with the plat that's been provided. The plat has 25 feet on it. And that it could fit the house in there. If Ms. Ganan agrees that that what's on the plat that's been provided will meet her needs, then I would say go with the plat. Go with the plat that's been provided, this plat from Mr. Carmen.
So if we go with this plat, it would be granting her what she's needing.
You'll be granting, instead of granting the 20-foot setback, you'll be granting a 25-foot setback, which is what the plat shows. If Ms. Ganan says, I mean, that's what the plat shows, the 25 will fit the house.
Yeah, the 25 will fit the house. We were just want that extra 5 feet just for a little extra room,
Yeah,
but
so
just in case.
yeah, so my recommendation is, since we have a plat in front of us that shows that it'll fit within the 25-foot setback, and it goes where she is wanting it to be located, my recommendation is that it's fine.
You have any other concerns or opinions?
I don't have any other concerns. I would just also note that I believe due to the location of the flood zone as well as the trying to preserve the treat area and the issue with the soils areas and the perking would qualify as a unique issue only pertaining to this lot. So it wouldn't set a precedent necessarily.
There is no adequate fire protection. The fire hydrants down that street, it's Beasley's Bend, it's pretty remote. There is no adequate fire protection down there. And that's why it couldn't be granted a smaller setbacks for their request. Is there anybody here to speak against this or for it?
Just the applicant.
I haven't been down there in a while, but I believe there is a home on track 6. Okay. Okay. Mhm. Right, yeah, yeah. So there's a home in existence on track 5. And then I believe it's your friend that owns the track 6. Yeah. Right.
Is there any other questions? What's the will of this body? Mr. Moreland made a motion to grant the variance according to this plat that we received. Is there a second? Second by Freddie.
So just to clarify that it's a motion to grant the plat, which is a 25-foot setback, not the request for 20. Okay. Yes.
Okay, motion and second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Okay. Congratulations. Yeah. Is there any other business we need to talk about? No, she's gone. If there's nothing else, can we, motion to adjourn? Motion to adjourn by Ms. Banks. Second by Mr. Moreland. We're adjourned at 6:26 PM.